online now to get started.
Joe and Teddy with you in El Paso. Antonio Escalante and Mickey Roman coming up in what is expected to be a very exciting main event. We're seeing the next stage of development here tonight in the career of Danny Garcia in the blue trunks, 15-0, 10 knockouts from Philadelphia, one of the top young prospects in the sport here at 140 pounds.
You know, again, to what I was saying earlier, and also touching again on what Andre Ward was also talking about, when Garcia's done well, it hasn't been with just his power. It's been with his intellect. It's been with his mind. It's been on the counter. You know, and that's got to do with finesse, and that's got to do with thinking more than it has to do with just pure power. The power means nothing if you can't find the trick or method to get it to the target. And last couple rounds, that's been the trick for Garcia. Even early here, he's doing better when he counters with those big shots than when he leads with them.
Waiting on Theophane, many times coming back with a sweeping shot down low to the body.
And Theophane does give you chances to counter because he throws a lot of wide shots.
Very wide.
You know, he gives you that window of opportunity, that daylight, like right there, to do something in between. There's a big margin for error with Theophane's punches. And when there's a margin for error, that means a counterpuncher can clean up. I heard somebody yell, "Do it again." Theophane leaned in with that left hand to the body, Joe. I wouldn't do it again if I was Theophane because Garcia saw it. And I think there's a chance to counter with the right hand if Theophane leans in with that left again.
That left hand straight low. And the warning comes from Roberto Velez.
I still like to see that jab more on Garcia, but the counterpunching has served the cause so far. It has, I think, gotten him back in control of this fight. And again, the body is there for Garcia, Joe. I don't think he's taking it enough. But Theophane gives you the body when he covers up, when he puts those earmuffs on, like right there. Good example of it. And those elbows come out a little bit when he goes into that peekaboo. I think Garcia should beat that drum downstairs.
Just missed over the top of that right hand. We are here in El Paso, and that's because the local kid, one of the top-ranked junior featherweights and featherweights, is from here in El Paso. Antonio Escalante is now joined by ESPN Deportes' Claudio Trejos.
Here we are with Tony Escalante. Tell us a little bit about your strategy for tonight.
My strategy is just going in the ring, being real smart, you know, and of course, you know, as everybody knows me, I'm an aggressive fighter. I'm going to go in there and throw a lot of punches in bunches.
How bad is this rivalry with Roman?
It's really bad. You know, I mean, it's been since we were little kids, and we fought when we were little kids, and now we're fighting as older guys, and then this is personal.
You think there's a little bit of pressure fighting here?
Yes, there's a lot of pressure fighting in my hometown, but we're ready for it. We're ready. We got prepared. Our training, everything went well, so we're ready for Mickey Roman.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck to you. And back to you, Joe.
Thanks, Claudia. Escalante had been fighting here in front of his hometown fans for some 2.5 years, but now he's a huge local draw. This is third straight fight night in El Paso. We were here last summer. This Don Haskins Center was absolutely rocking. And they will be filling up as the night gets deeper, as we work our way towards that main event, Escalante and Mickey Roman. Round 7 now of Garcia and Theophane. There's another wide shot that Garcia was able to take advantage of.
You know, I talked about the character, which is so important, the character of gold medalist and current world champion, our studio guest host, Andre Ward. Theophane does pretty good in that area, too. Good person, works with troubled kids. Matter of fact, he works on a program with kids that are expelled from school, tries to talk to them, motivate them, get them on the right track.
Back in his native London, does come and train in the U.S. His management is originally from London, but New York-based.
There was an opportunity a moment ago when Theophane fell in a little bit for Garcia to counter. Plenty of opportunities again for Garcia to do that. Get it on the back end and get it to the body. Boy, if you wanted to practice counterpunching, I would bring Theophane in because, you know, he's a perfect guy to get pounder punches off. They come in a little fat.
Yeah, he comes in wide. Nothing is sharp and snapping.
For the most part, he's not using his jab. You know, one of the worst nightmares of a counterpuncher is to have a guy jabbing. And there's a good counterpunch there. Nice right hand over a slow left hand of Theophane.
Probably the best punch landed so far in this fight. Counter right by Danny Garcia. And now he's trying to hunt down his prey with just over 60 seconds to go here in round 7.
Now, you know Theophane's going to be a little bit on the bite. So go to the body of your Garcia. Take the air out of those tires. And there might be a chance for Garcia to catch Theophane stepping out, stepping away.
Straight right hand that time. Split the guard of Theophane. Now on the inside, he misses with a right of his own.
If he winds up winning this fight, Garcia, I think if they breathe a sigh of relief, and you always breathe a sigh of relief when you're in this business and you win a fight, especially if it's a father, as it is in this case, training the fighter, as he's training Garcia. But you probably say, thank goodness for counterpunching, because it hasn't been a jab. You know, it hasn't really been the body work of Garcia, which is good at those things. It's been the counter work. And there it is again.
Yeah, he just landed the right hand again as Theophane stepped right into it. Very strong round for Danny Garcia.
You always hear me talk about you have to have an intellect. You have to set your punch up. Jab to the body, right hand up top. Take another look at it. He sets it up nice. Jab downstairs, catches Theophane, not expecting upstairs. And then here's the counter punch. Gets Theophane to fall in, rotates his shoulder back, right hand.
Listening into Angel Garcia, the father of Danny Garcia, in between the 7th and 8th round. And I got the sense, Teddy, in listening to what Angel Garcia was saying, is that this may not be Danny Garcia at his very best tonight in his eyes. That he said, that's the kind of fighter you are. That's the kind of fighter that you can always be, what we just saw there in the 7th round. I think he wants to see more consistency as we come down the stretch run of this fight.
Well, that's what you want to see with a prospect. You don't want to just see, you know, a strong guy. There's a lot of strong guys out there. You go to Venice Beach, you find a whole bunch of them. They're not world champs, by the way. You want to see a complete package, a guy who uses his mind, a guy like Andre Ward. Not that everyone could be at that level, but that's what you want to aspire to, be complete. And I think that's what the father understands for the future of the son, Garcia.
Of course, Andre Ward, world titleist, gold medalist, unbeaten at 21-0, in studio with Brian Kenny tonight. We'll hear more from them at the conclusion of this fight as we get ready for Antonio Escalante and Mickey Roman in the main event.
You know, he just got hurt there a little bit.
He just got staggered and then held on. Now he shakes it off.
Yeah, usually no means yes in boxing. When a guy shakes his head, no, you didn't hurt me, it means, yeah, you did. I don't want you to think you did. But the reason he did, he got carried away with the counterpunching. He showed that left hook counter coming. You know, it wasn't crisp with it. He didn't hide it. He showed it coming. And Theophane beat him with the right hand. You can see that Garcia's looking to set a mousetrap here, or a punch trap. He's dropping his left hand.
He's waiting on him.
Yeah, he's dropping that left hand to try to invite Theophane in a little bit, and then catch him with that left hook. He was just late with it, and the right hand of Theophane's was there first.
Let's look at Teddy's scorecard here as it stands through 7 complete rounds. Minutes to go in round 8. 68-66 for the unbeaten Garcia.
Well, Garcia forgot about that little tactic. He threw that out the window, dropping his left and trying to invite Theophane in for the counter left hook. He showed it again there again, Garcia. A little hitch in that counter left hook, Joe, of Garcia, and Theophane needs to keep looking for that. Garcia dropping that left hand, brings his shoulder back a little bit, shows that he's going to throw the left hook, It's up to Theophane then to try to beat him with the right.
And blood coming from the nose now of the young prospect Garcia. There's that looping right hand that he's been able to counter consistently throughout this fight. Not that time.
Here comes that maturity thing. That maturity level going to be tested a little here. Better round for Theophane.
2 rounds to go.